Hi, I'm Toby Lapinski for the New England edition of the Fisherman magazine with this week's web fishing report. I'm going to begin things this week with reminding you about the 2014 Dream Boat Challenge, which began back in April, runs through November. This is your shot to win not only one of a lengthy list of great prizes, but ultimately the grand prize at 2014 Cobia 201cc. The eligible species for the challenge are bluefish, minimum weight 15 pounds, fluke 7 pounds, striped bass 40 pounds, porgies or scup at 2 pounds, black sea bass at 4 pounds, blackfish, tautog at 7 pounds, dolphin or mahi-mahi at 10 pounds, and weak fish at 5 pounds. And special this year, we've also added a freshwater category, including king salmon, minimum weight of 20 pounds, and must be caught in the Lake Ontario and its tributaries. And there's a special prize structure for the salmon as well. Be sure to check out thefisherman.com and the Dream Boat Challenge heading for all of the details. So I'm going to jump right into the reports now. We're going to start with Connecticut. And big news, black sea bass opens this coming Saturday the 21st, finally. All the guys that have been getting out scup fishing and fluke fishing have been complaining about all the big black sea bass that they've had to throw back. I've heard of 5, 6, even 7 pound excess fish having to get thrown back because the season was closed. So starting this Saturday, you'll be able to keep them. Let's see, we've got a new advertiser, Lucky Lady, out of Clinton, Connecticut. They report that the fluke bite locally has really picked up recently, and they were also talking that the sea bass, they've been having so many throwbacks, but they're psyched to have the season opener this coming Saturday. So they're really happy to get things going. The Lucky Lady it can hold up to 80 passengers, and it's the only party boat in the Clinton area. So check them out, get out on a boat with them, and enjoy. Let's see, the mouth of the Connecticut River remains stuffed to the brim with bunker. There's some bass, some bluefish around, but it seems almost to be a matter of there's so many bunker around that's really making it a tough time for fishermen to differentiate their bait, their lure, what have you, from the others that are in there, and the fish are just stuffed. So you really have to be lucky enough to put your bait in front of a fish that's in between meals and its stomach isn't full at that moment. But if you can do it, there's some very big fish to be had. Another advertiser, Captain Tom Patassi of Coastal Fishing Charters. He specializes in light tackle fishing for striped bass and bluefish. He's been doing really well lately on smaller bluefish as well as some keeper bass out of local reefs and rock piles outside of Waterford. So give him a look. You're sure to have a good time with him. Over in Rhode Island, there's some big news of big bass this year. Snug Harbor Marina alone weighed in bass of 57.7 and 58 pounds this week. Both were reportedly caught off Point Judith. So take that for what it is and fish the area that you think those bass may have come from. They also report that the big fluke in the Fluke Till You Puke tournament this past weekend was a 9.65 pound doormat, and second place was just a close fish behind at 9.35 pounds. That's not too bad for a couple of top fish, so congrats to the anglers. 7Bs and a Francis Fleet both continue to hammer away at those fluke off of South County. They're not quite fishing over on Block Island as much as they were before. There's plenty of fish now off the beaches. They're getting a lot of 4, 5, 6, and some good 7 pound pool winners. So there's plenty of action. Lots of limit catches this week, so that's good news. They both said that they've got striped bass trips going to kick into gear a little bit more in the coming weeks, but for right now it's a little bit slow. Fluking is really the name of the game in that area. Up in Massachusetts, big word on the North and South Shore, is flounder. Spoke to Captain Jason Colby of Little Sister Charters last week, and he said that it was just crazy fishing, some of the best that he's had in quite a long time. Bite changed a little bit this year, whereas in the past couple of weeks it's primarily been on the drift. Now he's been anchoring up and chumming, and those same fish that he was getting, consistent 2 and even 3 pounders coming to the boat, they're still there. It's just a matter of anchor, find the fish, chum them in. Let's see, Pete Santini of Fishing Fanatics had 27 boats participate in the 16th annual Striper Shootout in Boston Harbor. Top honors was taken with a 48.25-inch striper caught by angler Russ Burgess. And not only did Russ take top honors in this tournament, the previous day he weighed in a 51-inch, 55-pound striped bass. So it sure sounds like he's got numbers of some really good fish in that area. And there were some other big fish taken in the tournament. So Boston Harbor's doing really good with the big bass right now. Lastly, Yankee Fleet reported that they got their 5th straight trip with a halibut deck this week. This time it was a massive 113-pound fish. That's amazing. I saw some pictures, shared them on our Facebook page, so give it a look. So there you have it. That's this week's web fishing report. For complete details, be sure to check out the printed reports or the reports that are posted at thefisherman.com. I'm Toby Lapinski for the Fisherman magazine, wishing you tight lines on the water.